you guys, I figured I would film on my way back a little bit. I just dropped off my youngest daughter. Now I'm on my way back, coming from Pike County. I'm gonna go back to Letcher County. There's some Christmas lights on up through here. I'll try to show them to you the best I can while I'm driving. There's some limbs and stuff that's on the road too on the way over here from the storms and stuff. I am tired because it's an hour drive from me to drive from where I live at over here to where they live at, and I've been on the road. Well, after I get back to the house, it'll be 4 hours driving today on the road from Pike County to Letcher County, 2 trips apiece, so 4 hours today of driving. There's not a whole lot of Christmas lights, but there is some up through here. There's some over here. I don't know if you can see them or not. There's a lot of curves and stuff on this side of the road where I'm going. There used to be, I don't know if you can see it or not where it's so dark, but those pillars back there used to have train tracks over top of them years and years ago. Even long before when I was a teenager and stuff, there's some Christmas lights. And was dating my ex, there used to be train tracks and stuff, but they had them already taken down. The coal mines went down many years ago, and they pretty much went down for good. There's some lights. Pretty much went down for good in this area. Probably about around 2014 is when the mines started, because of all the regulations and stuff. I'd say that there's not even, I could be wrong, but probably not even 1 or 2 coal mines in the area that's up and running or anything. There's some lights there. I'm trying to film as I'm driving, but I don't know if I'm getting anything or not. It's also a little bit breezy outside. The wind is blowing. But yeah, I'm very tired. I took a nap after I got home from my first trip from Pike County, where I went to that giveaway earlier today, and where we still don't have internet or nothing. So it did make me feel a little bit better. And then there's some lights back there. I got traffic behind me, so I gotta kind of hurry too a little bit. But I took a nap for a few hours, or a couple hours or something. Man, they are bright lighting me. The lights on this vehicle are not that bright either. I can't stand driving at nighttime anymore. It seems like ever since I gotten older and stuff, and my vision's gotten worse. I just don't enjoy driving at nighttime at all. But it seems like I'm the one who mostly does it. Me or their grandpa on their dad's side of the family. He does more driving than what their dad does. And stuff about going back and forth and picking them up and stuff and dropping them off. There's some lights up there on that hill. It's just me and him that does the most driving, me and their other grandpa. Every now and then my mom does a lot of driving too, but it's mostly either me or their other grandpa. And here lately it's mostly been me that has to be the one to drive them at nighttime, because nobody wants to. I don't want to either, but it is what it is. Because like I said, my vision's gotten so bad, and I used to love it when I was younger, but I hate being on the road and driving now that I'm older at night time. It really affects my vision, especially when it feels like there's some lights up the hill. It feels like somebody's bright lighting you. But once I get out of this holler, I think that they will go the opposite direction from what I'm going to go this route. Because I think that's my ex-brother-in-law and his family that's behind me. I think they were over there visiting too. So I think that's who that is, I'm pretty sure. The roads are really curvy. That's another thing I don't like about over here. They're very, very curvy. And if you don't watch it, go over this side of the road and stuff. This is a little bit further out too. I'm driving on Elkhorn Creek over here in Pike County is where I'm at. That's where I'm driving at. It's I've seen a lot of bears and stuff on the highway, crossing the highway over here, and a lot of deer too. So there's a lot of more wildlife and stuff in this area compared to some other parts of eastern Kentucky. My signal light on. I'm gonna go this route. I'm gonna go the Jenkins route. The other route is the Dorton route. And I took y'all, even though it was dark the last time I did that too. That's why I took y'all last time. And there's some more pillars there that used to be bridges for railroad tracks and stuff back when the coal mines was booming, like probably, I don't know, probably 50, 60 some years ago, so before my time. It's probably whenever the coal mines was booming, I'm assuming. On these roads over here, yes, you'll see me like driving in the middle of the road and stuff because you about have to on these roads where they are so curvy and stuff. In these directions. I'm going now on the back side towards Jenkins, but this is not Jenkins yet. But Jenkins is a part of Letcher County. This is still Pike County here. This is pretty much, we're almost at the Pike County, Letcher County line, the back side. Here's another one of those pillars. That train track is still up there on that one. They didn't take it down. Got another vehicle behind me. Might have to speed it up a little bit. That's the bad thing on these back roads like that, whenever you do get someone behind you and stuff, especially at nighttime. There's another one of those pillars and bridges from the train tracks. This area right here that I'm driving through right now too is a really bad spot. A lot of people's had accidents right through here because back when the coal mines were booming and stuff, the coal trucks would always come through here, and like the oil and stuff and the grease off of their vehicles would cause it to be really slick, and it just seeps into the highway and stuff. So it used to, especially whenever the coal mines was doing a little bit better, there was always all kinds of accidents right through there underneath of those three pillars where there used to be train tracks up above. I'm not really sure how many. Here's the Pike County, Letcher County line on the back side right here where we're going through. Right through here. Now we're in Letcher County. But I'm not sure how many altogether of those pillars there was. I'm thinking from Letcher County on the back side, there's some Christmas lights, but to Pike County, there was probably about, I would say about 5 or 6 pillars that used to hold train tracks back when the coal mines was doing good. But I could be wrong, and they've took quite a few of them down. It's the ones we just passed on the Letcher County side, or more towards the Letcher County side, that they haven't ever took down, and they're not going to. It's been too many years since then. They're not going to fool with that. there's a few Christmas lights, but not many. Here's some. Here, I'll try to film them as I'm driving so you guys can see them. People just don't decorate like they used to back in the 80s and 90s. There's a cute little nativity scene. Someone is behind me though, so they got their lights on bright. And these roads are very curvy. Up here where we're getting ready to pass, I think there's still a company over here on this side. I'm not sure what the company is though. I don't know if it's water now or if it's like gravels or something. And here on the opposite side, used to, like 20 something years ago, there used to be a tiger kept in like a cage beside of a trailer. Someone used to have it, and it got out one time whenever I was dating my ex, and I was a teenager. I was real scared of it. But, I mean, I never did see it or nothing, but it did get out. Here's some Christmas lights on that fence right there. They found it, and I don't know what they did to it. I guess put it in a zoo or something, I don't know. This is Jenkins here. Like the bird eye area of Jenkins. There's some lights over here. This is some of the old co-houses. These are some of the first houses that was built in North America. Like they went by the pattern of building these box type houses in construction wise to build all the other houses in the beginning whenever they started like industrializing North America. There's some lights over there. I don't know if you can see them or not though. Down there. This is a little Birdine grade school right over there for Jenkins. Over here is some Christmas lights. I don't know if you can see them or not. They're like multicolored. Still driving through Jenkins. This is some more of those old coal houses. Back when the coal mines was booming, like probably 100 years ago. 1900s, I guess, or something. There's some Christmas lights. The roads right through here are really like kind of hilly like and curvy. And this section is like about 30 minutes away from if you was to go to the Breaks. Supposedly the Breaks is considered, well, it's on the like Pike County, Virginia. It's on the Virginia side, but it's close to Pike County or whatever. And they say it's the gateway of the South, so like how the Grand Canyon's the gateway of the West or whatever. There's some Christmas lights way over there. I don't know if I'll pick them up or not. But they call the Breaks the gateway of the South. It's like supposed to be the canyon of the South or whatever. Obviously it's not as big as, or as beautiful, I guess, as what the Grand Canyon of the West is, but that's what they call it. I'll take you guys there sometime when I can. I've been to the Grand Canyon before out west, but it was when I was 14 years old, and I went out there with my family on a family trip, basically just driving through the states mostly for a couple of weeks or whatever. But when we went out there, it was a real short visit. It's basically just driving out there, because it was like 3 hours out of the way from any of our destinations or whatever, drives on the way back or whatever from driving out west. And we just basically looked at it real quick and got back in the vehicle and started driving again. We didn't really enjoy it. It was beautiful though, what I seen, but it was just really, really fast. Didn't really get to enjoy it. That's an old Jenkins High School. And here's Jenkins, downtown Jenkins. We're driving through. They got it decorated with snowflakes and just different things. It's a cute little, tiny little town through here. There's their Hardee's. Some Christmas lights. There's their fire department. I'm going to take you guys over here towards the lake, since they have a little bit more lots and stuff right now for Christmas time. This is a Jenkins Park right here. Got it decorated. Quite a few little lights and stuff. Looks like it's bumpy right through here. Alright, I'm gonna make a big turn. It's windy too out. That's the Christmas lights for the park, and then we're going up this hill a little bit. Some Christmas lights. Here's some Christmas lights around the lake. I don't know if you can see them or not. There's the lake down there too. You can't really see it, but that's what all that is down through there. Is the Jenkins Lake. It's a man-made lake. On that side is the Jenkins Lake. There's some lights, not many. Here's like some, these are supposedly considered some nicer houses up here towards the lake and stuff here at Jenkins. And here's the lake over here on this side. You can't really see it though. I'll try to come up here sometime and show you guys during the daytime what things look like up here at Jenkins. It's the lake, and there's the Jenkins little park. It's not very big, but there's not a whole lot of parks around here in eastern Kentucky that are nice. They're usually about an hour or so away from even this area. One of the nicest parks, there's the Jenkins pool, and there's the Jenkins Mexican restaurant. This is the Jenkins football field for Jenkins Independent School. They're having a ball game or something tonight. Here's across from me is the Jenkins High School. It's an independent school. It's a really nice school. That's also where they had, if you know anything about the situation here in Letcher County, they had the funeral for Judge Mullins back when that happened. Back in September 2024, they had it at that high school. can't see it, but up that road there is the amphitheater for Jenkins. I do have the lights on broad, it's just really dark, you guys. Okay, we're gonna go across this road. Those lights are always flashing like that. Anyways, now we're gonna head towards back to Weisberg and to where I live at. Over there's the Jenkins Industrial Park. This is the highway. Now if we would keep on going straight, we'd be going over into Virginia State. But we're gonna pull off here. We're going towards Weisberg or Harlan, but we're going towards Weisberg. I'll take y'all to Harlan sometime, but I'm gonna wait until it's warm and stuff, warm weather outside. Maybe this spring or something. The wind is really blowing. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not. I kind of got this window cracked beside of me because I had the heat on, but I got too hot with the heat, so. But I can feel it blowing the vehicle, so it's actually blowing pretty hard. Yeah, I used to love driving at nighttime when I was younger. Looks like there's parallel trucks we just passed that's down there on that bottom hill. We are going downhill a little bit, by the way. Power is out still for a lot of people. Thank God it's not out for me. The only thing that's out for me is the internet. Here's a little bakery shop that just opened so many months back, and they're only open at that facility one day a week. I think it's on Fridays, but they're supplying now to like all the grocery store baked goods and stuff now here locally. That little bake shop is. I've never been to it or nothing though yet. Can't see it, but on the other side of the road there, the highway, is Brain Freeze. It's a shaved ice place that opens in the spring and the summer months. It's up there on Fish Pond Lake. You would go that direction up here on this road to go to Fish Pond Lake. It looks like we passed some trees that was cut that got down from the stores. You go that way for Fish Pond Lake. I'll take you up there when the weather gets better. Spring or summer. You'll see a lot of bears too, or I have anyways, in the spring and stuff in this area. This is more towards, like you're going towards Macon, Kentucky. There's some Christmas lights up through here on Solid Road. I'm trying to show them to you. Some blue Christmas lights over there. Getting kind of quite a bit of traffic behind me. There's some Christmas lights. Hopefully they'll pass me, because the road's about ready to get split into one lane. On this other side, some Christmas lights over here. There's some lights. There's a bread factory over there, just a little bitty one. I think it's called Corns or something, I'm not sure. Or it might be Lay's, it might be a chip factory, I'm not sure what it is. Or a distribution center. It's just a little video place. You can't see it, but coming up here, if you would go that other direction, the right hand side there, you'd be going towards like Neon and those areas. There's some kind of business there, but I don't know what it is. It's only been there a few years. I think it's like something to do with machinery or something. There's a couple of Christmas lights over there. A few little Christmas lights over there. Sorry for all the noise. There's some Christmas lights down through there. I don't know if I'm filming them or not though. I'm sleepy still. I'm tired. There's a Dollar General over there. The Dollar Generals are actually kind of further out from where I live at. I thought they was supposed to be every 15 minutes away, supposedly, but they're not, and not in my area. This other way is like the making area on both sides of the road. It's the making area. There's the making fire department. I'm trying to go a little bit slower right through here because there's a house that's back up in here. I'm hoping I can film it for you. They got it decorated real pretty for Christmas. If I can film it or not. I don't think I'm gonna film it. Might be on this side. Yeah, it's way back there. Wish I could zoom in on it. It's real pretty. They have like a cross and just have out all the edges of the house. It's like a barn style house. And they got everything outlined with lights. Just clear, warm color, clear lights for Christmas. It's real pretty. Over here is where our Arby's is in Letcher County. I used to work there years ago, back whenever I worked at Arby's. I was their breakfast and prep cook. I can't quit yawning, I'm sorry. If I would have gotten right, that would take you to our Walmart, but I'm going straight, and up the hill here is the Letcher County Central High School, where my youngest daughter and my oldest daughter went to school or whatever. Like over there is all kinds of trailers, and that's our little bitty Walmart over through there. It's a little bitty Walmart. It's not a super center. It's the back side of it over there, though. I don't know if you can see it or not. And here's like little storage buildings. There's not a whole lot around here. It's a small place. If I would turn left here, that would take you all up on Pine Mountain, and that would take you across over to Harlan. If I would take you that direction, like past that McDonald's and stuff. And there's our McDonald's over there. Up here on the right hand side, I don't know if you can see it or not, but where all those lights is, that's our local hospital. That's the ARH hospital here in Whitesburg, Kentucky. And as far as I know, they've always done that big old tree right there. It's called the Tree of Life, I think, or the Tree of Hope or something. I don't know, but they do it all every year for Christmas time or whatever. But that's where our local hospital is. is. It's just I'm not sure what trauma level it is, but it's just a small little bitty hospital. I've been in it several times before in the past. But most of the time, if I get real bad sick, I end up having to be sent to Hazard Hospital from Weisberg or whatever. Because I'm a cancer survivor. There's some lights right there. I'm getting bright light. I can't see you, buddy. It's not funny. Straight in front of me is the Dollar Tree that we have. It's kind of a big Dollar Tree though for this area. And then over here on the right hand side is the City of Weisberg sign, and they have that Merry Christmas sign put up there every year on Christmas time. There's a car dealership there. I think it's called Tim Short. There's the Dollar Tree. Over here is the Long John Silver's. Next door to it is the Parkway Pharmacy. And then there's a bank next to that, the Whitaker Bank. Over here we have our Wendy's on this side of the road. There's a clinic if you keep going that way for MCHC. And also the Food City grocery store. There's a power truck right there. A couple power trucks, so they're still working on the power. Across this other side of the road is the KFC. This is called Whitco Hill, and then if you went that direction there, you would be going into Cowan, Kentucky. And then over here is the closest Dollar General to me, and it's still not that close. And I think they're actually going to be moving it, is what I heard, but I could be wrong. So it's actually going to be even further away from me than what it is right now. There's a little bitty produce barn over there. Like whenever I say I'm going to town, I'm talking about going to Weisberg. Whenever I say that, there's some Christmas lights up there. I don't know if it picked it up or not. This is the only hotel we have in Letcher County. It's called Parkway Inn in that corner there. It's just a little small hotel. Don't have airports or anything like that anywhere near us. You'd either have to drive to Tennessee or you'd have to drive both places would be about 3 hours away from me, where I live at, to get to the closest airport or the closest mall or anything like that. Let me see if I can't show you these lights over here for Christmas. That is like a designer decor center that has all them lights right there. There's a lot of traffic there. just recently worked on this railroad tracks here, so they made it bumpier. You do have to slow down. If you don't slow down, you'll fly like the Dukes of Hazzard or whatever when you're crossing it. You get that bump. There's a local like plumbing store or whatever. Here is the closest store to me. This is the Family Dollar. It also has a little tiny section that's halfway the Dollar Tree too. Looks like there's a bunch of power trucks over through there. Workers and stuff. There's the local gas station to me and bank to me. Now if I kept going straight, that would take you up to Perry County and Knott County, those directions, whatever. And up that way is where they had all those Christmas lights too. This is awesome. This is a little clinic I go to that's closest to me. It's a branch of MCHC. Just for like regular doctor's appointments or whatever. There's some lights. There's those lights I filmed before for you guys. Like there was a little bit of Christmas lights. There's where Aspen London parks their vehicles at that work on cutting down trees and stuff. Some Christmas lights. And here's my pull-off. I do have two pull-offs I could use though, but this is the one that's closest to me. So, and then there's Blair Branch Church. Must be having church services. They have church services, I think, every third Saturday of the month. There's somebody walking the railroad tracks. Little nativity of my neighbors there. And here's my pull-off, you guys. So, appreciate y'all for watching. We made it back. So that's always a good thing. Anyways, I'm gonna get off here. Talk to y'all later. Thanks for watching. Thanks. Bye-bye.